Hello. This video is for IXL lesson or activity 7.C.1 titled Integer Addition Rules. And the 3-character code for this one is Echo Romeo Hotel. All right, so one thing that we learned, actually 3 things that we learned in the textbook lesson 1-1.5, we learned 3 different rules. And that is that if both numbers are positive, then the answer is going to be positive. If both numbers are negative, then the answer is going to be negative. And if one is negative and the other is positive, that the answer is going to have the same sign as the value with the greatest absolute value. So here we have 57 plus 29. They're both positive, so our answer is going to be positive. So the correct answer on that would be positive. On the next question, negative 9 plus 4. And this is always dealing with addition, right? So take that back there. And negative 9 plus 4. Well, they're different signs, so we have to consider the absolute values of them. So the absolute value of negative 9, the absolute value of positive 4. Well, this is going to be 9, and this is going to be 4. And 9 is greater than 4, so this one wins out. The answer would be negative, just like the negative 9 is negative. This one here, we have 4 and negative 2 are being added together, so we got to consider the absolute values because they are opposite signs. 4 is, so we end up with 4 and 2. 4 is greater than 2, so this would win out, and that's positive. So the answer would be positive. Here we have, is that the same one as I had last time? Indeed it is. So I put the same question on twice. So once again, negative 9 has a absolute value of 9, and positive 4 has an absolute value of 4. 9 is greater than 4, so we're going to make our answer negative just like the negative 9 is negative. Here we have both of them are negative, so the answer is going to be negative. They're the same, so we just make the answer the same as what they both are. Here we have positive and positive, so our answer would be positive. Here we have a negative and a positive, so let's do the absolute value of each. And the absolute value of negative 81 is positive 81, and the absolute value of 2 is 2. And 81 is greater than 2, so the negative would win. The answer is going to be negative. Big number here. We don't actually have to add it to get the answer. We just need to know, is the answer going to be positive or negative? So we need to consider place value first. We do have there 3. So we have a 1. We have a ones, tens, hundreds place. Ones, tens, hundreds. We keep going. 1,000, 10,000, 100,000. 1,000, 10,000, 100,000. And we're finally up to the millions place. So we'll just consider the millions place. In this case, we could say that the absolute value of, I don't know if I want to go there. Might lose you if I start doing that. Let's just say that the absolute value of this number here is going to be greater than the absolute value of this number, right? Because this is, well, I could actually write it out. So the absolute value of, I didn't want to write all those numbers, right? Plus I covered them up. It looks like the absolute value is going to be 1,428,561, and this absolute value would be 7 million, and I got the sign there wrong actually. Got so distracted wondering if I wanted to do that or not. So this absolute value is going to be 7,908,716. My point was of looking at number place value is all these numbers really don't matter. We just need to focus on these two numbers here because they share the same place value, and 1 is less than 7. So in this case, this one's going to win out. It has the greater absolute value, and after doing all that, let's get that out of the way there, clean that up. So we see that the value 7,908,716 has the greatest absolute value between the two. It's positive, so the answer is going to be positive. Boy, a lot of words to explain that one. And finally, my last 2 questions. Here we can go ahead and just consider place value, right? So we have more place values on the left here. So we can look at this absolute value of negative 911 is going to be 911. And then the absolute value of this number is going to be 423,099. And 911 is less than this number here. So this one's going to win out. And so the answer is going to be positive. And then finally, a negative and a negative. Now you can start trying to take absolute values of them and wonder about, well, which one has more place values, etc. But we really don't have to worry about that at all because they're both negative. So we know the answer is going to be negative. Really don't have to consider absolute value at all. So in review, if they have the same sign, then the answer is going to have the same sign. It's only in questions like this one here, and go back a page, maybe this one here, where they have different signs that you have to use the concept of absolute value. But if they're both negative, then it's negative. If they're both positive, then it's positive. So those are all of my examples for IXL 7.C.1 titled Integer Addition Rules. Good luck with your activity.